Hey everybody, and welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers. Today's just a little vlog, me and Tom's thoughts on the new YouTube regulations.
Advertiser-friendly.
Yeah. Anyway, we just heard about it, I heard a couple things last night about it, and Tom went and read it all today to me and everything, and we were reading it and everything, and it's like I had mixed emotions, I think, at first about it. And then after a while, I guess it all set into me. Is like, my belief is that if, any form of media, once you put censorship on it like that, then we're getting into a whole realm of something that's kind of dangerous. Don't you think?
Censor one thing, then it's like, okay, so what else is going to be controversial? We gotta censor that too.
Yeah.
And it keeps building up until eventually you can only make videos just like, hey guys, good video, and then you end it.
And if you think about it, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because TV, right? Because when we read the guidelines, it was about sexual stuff, right? Sexual content. It was about language, right?
Yeah.
Drug use. So, does that mean this counts?
I don't drink water, so it doesn't matter to me.
Right. No, all that kind of stuff. But, if you watch TV, right? All those things are on TV.
Yep.
I mean, language, everything. I mean, okay, regular TV doesn't have the F word as of yet, but it probably will very soon. But you can go onto the cable channels and it's there. So it's like there's no censorship there, and there's ads on all those. So it's not necessarily the ad. I don't think it's the ad people that are against this. I think it's, it's YouTube itself, which doesn't make any sense to me. Sure, but are there some things on YouTube that are very controversial that I think should go away? Yeah, I do, because that's my personal opinion. But if we go by everybody's personal opinion, then we wouldn't have crap to watch, right? I mean, really.
That is very true.
Yeah, I mean, there's everybody has a different set of the way they view things that they should be and everything. I don't think that anything should be censored. I think that's what this country's all about, is that we don't censor things and we have things, our freedoms to be able to express ourselves, especially through a media, anytime that we want to. I think you're getting into dangerous waters when you start going into that kind of a realm. It's a shame, and I hope that it's not. I hope that they're not going to do what they, basically what they're saying.
But I see it, there's like two possible options that this whole thing could take. Either there's actually three. One, although they posted these guidelines, there's not really much that they're going to do with it, so it's like they kind of wasted everyone's time putting them up anyway. Two, they follow them to a T, and everything just gets completely horrible, and at that point YouTube would just die. Or three, they just make some revisions. They're just like, just kidding guys, there's going to be a few changes, but not nearly as bad as we make it seem to be. Another thing that I think this is also is like, it really vaguely defines exactly what the rules are saying. Like, is it like just on titles and thumbnails? Because it mentions those several times, but it doesn't make it clear if it's just that or if it's also in the content itself.
Right.
So there's a really terrible, poor communication.
Right, of what they're actually saying there.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, I try to think everything logical, so I started thinking to myself, is like, what would be the purpose of this? Is it because there's a lot of children watching YouTube? And that's probably where this stems from, right? And there are
not really. Considering it's called advertiser-friendly, I think it's because the advertisers are like, we don't want to associate with this sort of content, so they don't want to associate with it, and then they just pull their ads.
Yeah. See, I guess I don't understand that, though.
Money.
But, I mean, they don't have a problem putting their ads on TV programs that have the same kind of stuff on.
Well, that's the network, not the actual show. Like, the network is what controls the commercials, not the show that's on.
Yeah, I guess. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And it's like, for kids that are watching and everything, it's like, I don't think that any media, and I told Tom this, and Tom doesn't necessarily agree with me 100% on everything, but it's like...
Hey, that happens.
Yeah, how dare you. Anyway.
Can we just talk about that?
Anyway, I believe that it's a parent's job to be a parent, not media's job to be a parent. I believe that it's, if there's a problem that it is the age group, which it very well could be, but I don't know that it is that. But if it is, it's like, why are even advertisers worried about that? The little kids can't buy anything anyway. But the thing is that then YouTube needs to make another or Google needs to make a better way to figure out exactly who is watching this channel. I don't know how you do that. I'm not into all that stuff, but it's like
I'm not sure how either.
But it's just like if a kid wants to watch, stuff on cable and stuff like that when mom and dad's not around, they're gonna watch it. It's not the media's job to regulate children. It's the parents' job to do that. That's my belief anyway. So there are thoughts on this whole thing. We don't really, we don't really know exactly what's going to happen with this.
No.
At all. So, whatever happens, it's like we don't have a whole lot of choice in it, obviously, other than to express our opinions here. And hopefully, a lot of people are doing that right now. I'm sure they are. But
my opinions are it's stupid. It was probably rushed through, and they just posted it without actually, contemplating it too hard. And then they're just like, we'll let the community feedback determine how this goes.
Yeah, it's just and I'm kind of a strict kind of person, right, Tom? Aren't I? And even I don't see the point of this. I really don't. I don't see, why videos on the computer are different than TV. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't see.
Yeah.
I don't see why they want to censor this. Now, I don't know. I guess you either do like part or, you know what I mean? Like, do you do a little censorship, a lot of censorship, or all censorship? Or should you have no censorship? You know what I'm saying?
It's like we don't know the extent of this at all.
Yeah. And I think that's the problem right now is like we really need better guidelines of what they say.
If they were going to put guidelines like this up, they should have gone over details of it. Not just been like, hey, here's a rough framework, try and figure it out.
Exactly. If you put this word in your subtitle or whatever, the title of your video, you are going to lose your monetization on that. I don't know if that's what they meant or not. I really have no idea. I guess we're all going to find out. But we just thought we would weigh in with our thoughts on this whole matter. So until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet up and relax. We'll meet you at the lounge.